あんまりこき使うなよ。お前とならよし、行くか。行く。
That's how they describe me.
ごめん、昼休みに。ともこね、命に関わるとかはそういうのは大丈夫みたい。普通に会話もできてたよ。けどね、あの子野球部で今度選考会があって、なのに線路に落ちた時肩やっちゃってたみたいで。普通に遊びで野球するのは問題ないけど、多分選手としては。学校来る前に警察に木内のこと話してきたんだけど、なんかダメっぽいし。あ、ごめん、話したかったの今朝の続きで。君って木内の知り合いか何か？
お前、見当違いだ。
さっきのこの袋、知り合い？君の名前呼んでたよね。
I don't think owls count as birds personally, but that's my opinion.
ペットってこと？
It's
それを
correct,
言うなら
but
ビジネス
still.
パートナーだな。
ちょっとわかんないけど。もしかして前に電車から急に消えたり、君に不思議なことが起きたりしてるのって、このビジネスなんちゃらの影響？
フクロウではなく、わしの名はルフェルだ。お前との会話から有益な情報を引き出せると感じた。故に出てきてやった。
ほう。
お前の名は？
新井元葉。
では新井元葉に共有しておく。わしらは木内と知り合いなどではない。木内はターゲットだ。ある計画のな。
木内がターゲット？
計画のためには異世界ナビというアプリが必要不可欠なのだが。
異世界ナビ？もしかしてこれのこと？
その通り。なるほどな。道理でお前にわしの声が聞こえるわけだ。新井元葉、お前はどういうわけか木内のことをよく知っていて。奴が法で裁けないと知ってもなお諦めずその方法を模索しているように見える。その上、わしの声が聞こえているということは、お前には欲望の素養があるということ。
欲望の素養？
欲望を抱くことすら放棄した人間にはわしの声は聞こえんのだよ。木内の改心、ことが想定より早く進むかもしれない。
改心？ちょっと待って、何がなんだか。智子が怪我して喋るフクロウがいて、それに木内を改心って、君は何か知ってるの？
新井元葉、今一度問うぞ。 お前は木内の情報を知り何がしたいのだ。木内をどうしたいのかと聞いている。
どうしたいってわかんないよ。警察に行ってもダメだったし、私にあの体格の人止められるわけないし。
ではどうする？自らの欲望を突き詰めて考えたことがないのだな。忠告しておこう。叶えようとする意志がないのなら望まぬことだ。かような世界の人間は皆そうしているはずだ。お前にもできる。
それって私に木内のこと見過ごせって。智子のことはもちろんだし、あいつ多分それ以外にもぶつかりやってる。駅のぶつかり男、今朝マガ通信でファントムに公式認定されたの。これってつまり警察も動けない迷惑行為だから注意しろって意味。そうなったらみんなもう諦めるしかない。放っておいたらこの先何人もの人が同じ目に遭うかもしれないんだよ。もういい。自分で考える。ごめんね、昼休みに。
何か言いたそうだな。異世界での戦いは常に死のリスクを伴う。覚悟の定まっていないものを気軽に誘える場所ではないからな。ここから進むのもここで引き返すのもあの女の決断と行動次第だ。だが荒井元葉の欲望がもし本物ならば運命はおのずと交差する。そういうものだ。なんでもない。放課後木内のパレスに行くぞ。侵入方法は手に入れた。今度は中を調べる。念のためお前にも覚悟を問わせてもらうが、木内をこのまま野放しにしてよいのか？それでこそわしのビジネスパートナーだ。デメントスに向かう。手はずは以前と同じ。駅前広場で異世界ナビを。おい、隠れろ。あの女、やはり異世界のことに何か感づいている。電車の中でお前が消えた件に関してもすぐ近くで見ていたわけだからな。そしてわしらの行動を先読みしてここまで駆けつけたわけか。その欲望はわしも認めよう。だペルソナもない人間が異世界に迷い込めば徘徊するシャドウにやられるのがオチだ。故に今は巻き込むわけにはいかん。しかしこの状況で目を離すわけにもいくまい。おそらく木内を探しているのか。だがもし見つかっても返り討ちに遭う危険もある。少々気はとがめるが異世界に行く前に荒井元葉の様子を見ておこう。
Jump scare, what the hell? Cough jump scare.
智子。
I only just realised my microphone was off, so.
I was like, Astra's usually pretty quiet. This might just be the thing here.
No, I muted it because I was going to cough, and then I unmuted it when I coughed again.
木内。
which was
My
kind of a
cat's being a
waste.
real asshole pretending he can't hear me.
覚えてるよ
Yeah.
荒井元
What a dick.
あの生意気なクソガキがでかくな
Why
っ
is
た
it saying
も
I'm
ん
playing
だ
Dead by Daylight? I'm not.
I mean, this is basically
I'm
Dead by
not.
Daylight. I mean, look at this guy right here. He's the killer.
The killer.
けど年上にはさんつけろよ
That's Dracula
な
from
教えた気
Castlevania.
がするけどな
Right there.
Now, obviously, I would never buy a video game that featured a guy that wasn't him. Even if it was also a guy in a subway that shot
線路
people.
に落ちちゃったお下げ女子のことだろ
なんであんなことや
That's
ってん
such
で
an
す
asshole.
なんでって言われてもね
Yeah, based.
やりたいからと
Yeah.
言いようないけどな
How does he compare to Hoyo antagonists?
He's more overtly evil. Well, he's more personally evil. He hasn't done any genocide yet, but
I think he's getting there.
I think it's lack of opportunity more than lack of will.
Maybe one day there'll be a very long queue of people in front of train tracks, and then he can domino them onto the tracks
Yeah.
by shoving one of them.
まあでも
See, that just makes me think of the trolley incident, but he's just asking how to do multi-track drifting.
くして
Or the trolley dilemma, even.
ともこに謝ってくださいよ
Yeah. One thing I did ask while I was muted was, what was the explanation in base Persona 5 again for why the app appears on the phones or not?
警察に
できるもんかよ
It's Persona's got like a lot of fake shit in it, and like also just like spirit of rebellion and all that. It's just, you know, all these people were gonna do it anyway. Also,
So
if you wanna go back
basically,
to
just do you have
P3
enough main character energy?
Yeah, basically. If you want to go back to Persona 3 lore as well, a new playthrough was called a new cycle, implying that each game is a time loop, and that's where you can take your stats on a new playthrough for New Game Plus.
Yeah.
So you could do something like that. The Golden anime, I remember, went with that. Like, the P4 Golden anime was a New Game Plus run, because Yu Narukami had, like, max social stats and was saying the stuff that you can't normally say. And I think he has, like, high-level personas in the first fight.
そういうご時世なわけよ
Well,
What year
that's
is
screenshot
this?
worthy.
Is this 2016?
で
Probably
ぶ
not.
つかり男はファントムだってさ
I would assume they just said it in whatever year it came out.
って諦めるしかないよな俺もぶつかり放題
This guy's basically the Yorkshire Ripper.
The whole subway is mine for the slamming, he says.
そんじゃまあ次のアクシデント
Oh, he's actually just saying it's slamming time.
お前なんだし
Is he gonna like dash like Wesker?
Yes.
He's in Wesker's like wind-up stance you do in Mercs when you play as him before super sprinting.
Oh, we're not the only ones who can disappear into the metaverse, though. Oh, there he is.
何
Yeah, they do that base B5 as well.
洗いの連れか
You know, he's built up to this so much that I don't even think you need to help her. She could just kind of get out of the way.
一人男でちょっと
人の話聞いてねえのかご時世なんだよ間抜け俺は俺のやりたいことを好きなだけやらせてもらうもちろん洗い元は
Why can't he just have, like, a healthy, weird outlet for that, like buying birthday cakes when it's not your birthday?
I'm fat
Wait,
and stupid. And
he also
sometimes
just
I-
disappeared.
What?
木内
What?
He could teleport?
He is Wesker.
そろそろ行くぞ これで分かっただろう。一刻も早く奴を止めれば
It's
さらな
nice
る被
seeing a
害者
new
が増えるだけ
environment
だ。
that isn't reused. Yeah, the key difference is the NPCs disappeared like that in original Persona 5, but they didn't do it in cutscenes.
Oh yeah. Here it's like constantly happening.
どうしようも。
Although it does kind of add to the whole it's like, hey, nobody gives a shit type deal. They're just literally
no
walking
one's
right
real.
through the cutscene.
It was like that in the original because they're all faceless in the original.
Well, yeah, because they have like the grey silhouettes effect going on. I did kind of like in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, they did like the multicolored silhouette things where it popped a bit more.
Oh,
visually.
that's the Risei
Oh, yeah.
poster.
Speaking of which,
I wonder if they're going to acknowledge that for the inevitable P4 collab in like a year or two.
probably. Yeah. Well, it looks like they've only done like some of the P3 characters so far, so I wonder if they'll keep doing that. And then,
They seem to be drip feeding them, so
yeah.
yeah. Also, I'm shocked they did Akihiko before Mitsuru or I guess.
それにしても
Binji they're gonna save because the female gooners will want him, so they gotta drip feed him till like last.
歪んだ欲望を満たすことに躊躇などみじんも感じない。
Literally every straight woman I know who's into Persona is not normal about Shinji.
Of course. I mean, you can fix him. That's the power.
Exactly.
具体的な進行は現地で共有しよう。まずは木内のパレスに向かうぞ。
Why doesn't Luffy turn into
I forgot the
a
Esther
Renault
Henshin
Clio?
to turn into the car.
That's not a Renault Clio.
私何やってんだろう。ムカつくけど。あの
Have you
フク
been
ロウ君の
standing
言う
there
通
for
り
hours?
Apparently.
いろいろ言ってるけど何したいんだろう私。憧れだったあの人が急に出てきて智子にあんなひどいことしてもうさ誰でもいいからこんなの冗談だって言ってよ。
Like Joker from Persona 5.
Who's in this story apparently, somehow.
配信だったっけ。異世界ナビ。
I'm gonna call the connection right now. Mementos is connected across universes. You can go in on your end and then come out in another
みんな
universe.
準備はいい？
That would work. Yeah, here's your battle pass.
Something I like is if you go into like the extended Persona lore that's like only in like Japan exclusive like audio dramas and stuff. It's like, okay, you got all the shadows and stuff, and then Nyx is just an alien from space. It's just completely unrelated.
Yeah.
Just straight up space alien.
Okay. Now we have our dailies unlocked. Okay, Hangouts is one of them. Haven't seen what Real Repression is yet, but sure.
I thought that was a Supreme jacket for a second.
That would be funny.
I got very worried.
This game's not that cool.
I feel like every single lesbian I know has changed their profile picture to that artwork of Anne.
Oh, and that's just the welcome pass again. Okay.
相変わらず正面からは迎え入れてもらえそうにないな。ワンダ、
I thought you had a plan of getting into the window.
I have a plan, Arthur. Oh damn, Wonder just has a grappling hook. He doesn't have to wait for a re-release.
あの手並みならこの先の進行も任せられそうだ。それにしてもお前、
You know, this is
必
just
要
like
以上に
Arkham
楽しんで
Asylum.
いたように感じたのだが、
It
気の
is
せい
indeed.
か？
Do you remember how Joker had that grappling hook in the pause menu for vanilla Persona 5, but it wasn't an
I
item?
do actually, yeah.
まあいい。その
Yeah,
ダクト
because I
から中へ
remember
入るぞ。
when he got added to Smash Bros, that was before Royal was shown off. So everyone's like,
Yeah.
why does he randomly have a grappling hook? And people going, no, this one menu animation has him use a grapple hook. It also has that rare animation where he just eats shit and then slams into the pause menu.
中も野球を感じさせる風景だ。すると、
The pause menu cracks like glass and he slides down it.
What's going on?
パレスが主の歪んだ欲望が具現化している区画であることは以前に話した通りだ。故に、わしらがここまでに見てきた光景は、木内が野球に由来した欲望を抱いていることを物語っている。
I still think it would have been more appropriate if he was obsessed with the sport that actually involves tackling people.
執着心があるようだな。さて、
Yeah, he should be hitting people with baseball bats, like, in the subway.
このパレスのどこかにあるお宝を盗み出す。
Well, I don't know, have him throwing stuff at people.
Yeah, I was about to say, just,
その
like,
通り
fastballing a baseball into, like, a teenage girl's skull.
Yeah.
お宝について
I mean, if
Kill
if this
someone
was like a
on the
Yakuza game, he'd be one of those guys that just like bullseye level accuracy
パレスの
while
主
throwing
が
stuff.
抱く欲望が歪んでしまう
Turns an empty soda can into like a cannonball.
You're just chasing him down. It's that scene from episode 1 of Born Again, where Bullseye just sighs because he hears Daredevil behind him.
その起点となったものということだよ。それは歪んだ欲望の象徴ともいえ、パレスを形成させている核となっているのだ。それを盗むことができれば、木内を改心させることができる。
Okay, so we're gonna change his hearts.
最優先はこのパレスの採用にあるお宝の場所を突き止めることだ。今はな、お宝という名の通り、警備は厳重だ。ここからは敵の妨害も激しさを増すだろうしな。パレスにあるシャドウはメメントスにある者たちとは異なる。
I guess since there isn't a calendar system in this game, they're gonna be like more liberal with making us take multiple trips in and out of the dungeon rather than how much you could possibly do in one go in a normal game.
主を守るためにわしらに襲いかかってくるだろう。準備に
It's now a
不安がある
war
な
of
ら
attrition.
現実に戻って不足の品を買い揃えることも視野に入れておけ。それでは行こうか、ワンダー。
It is a little weird having the people who aren't actually here in my party walking around outside of battle.
Parasocial.
理解したか？
I hope we get a party member who's that cute cashier who works at the GameStop.
Oh wait, I don't think I leveled this guy up.
Oh, that.
Yeah, but oh well.
Oh, that's interesting. It says chance when you ambush them, and that's only in the Japanese version of the main game. I forget what it's changed. I think it's ambush in the Western release of P5. That is always interesting when like you see translations of the same franchise just differ slightly.
Yeah, Honkai's a weird one for that because the localization for Starro is by different people than the localization for Impact Third. So you'll run into
hell
situations
yeah.
where you don't realize they're talking about the same thing because they use a slightly different translation for the name.
Oh, that sounds irritating.
Yeah. So there's been cases where it's just like, oh, I just didn't even realize that was a connection between them because the translator just changed the name slightly. And they're both correct technically, but yeah.
Sorry, all you Gacha fans, but she is wasted on this game. See, if they were going to save the other game characters for banners, this would be a good opportunity to bring Junpei in.
Yeah. Well, much like Shinji, he's simply too much of a Chad. They can't just front load us.
The only
with,
character powerful
yeah.
enough to reject a protagonist romance confession. Oh. I didn't realize you were doing the puzzle.
宝箱だわ。開けてみましょう。
いただきますってか。
Yeah, actually, let's feed that guy some levels.
あんまりこぎつけ。今日は醤油の前の
Are these guys going to be in Q3?
どころの話じゃね。
Probably not.
I like the idea of them making Q3 and then they include the Phantom Thieves of Desire, but then it's like all 60 plus of them.
That would be very funny. Although more realistically, what they would probably do is just look at like a popularity poll and just pick out the 2 or 3 most popular.
They'll pick the actual story ones. I just like the idea of like you've got like C's, the Phantom Thieves of Hearts, the investigation team, and it's like, oh yeah, we got like 7 guys each, and then they just. Fourth group walks in, there's 60 of them.
急いだ方がいい。
集中しないと。シャドウだ。わかった。
The Mars Sprint.
I remember when I first played when I first played P5, I like pretty much blind. I thought the stealth would be more of a mechanic.
Yeah, the trailers definitely made it look like that too.
I didn't even watch any trailers. It's just the tutorial. I didn't know what to expect from this franchise. The reason I played Persona 5 is because I had money left over after buying Red Dead Redemption 2, and P5 was on sale. I was like, I've heard good things.
Speaking of Red Dead 2, that's another game I would like to play. It just
it
doesn't launch when I try. Much like Black Ops X, it's just like I don't hate this game.
I did legitimately just disappear from society during those 2 months because I was just playing P5 and Red Dead 2. Those are both pretty long games.
いただいていこう。
Well, fortunately, society will still continue to run for a while until they eventually release GTA 6.
あのシャドウを倒すぞ。うまくいけばパレス内で休める。
There is actually a high possibility that, like, when everyone's like getting ready to play GTA 6 and getting excited, I might be doing my 3rd playthrough of Red Dead 2 because I'm getting that urge again.
シャドウよ。気をつけて進みましょう。
俺も木内様のようにこれね。
Also, I was talking about like P5 content last night as well. I am curious, like, how late they were making major plot changes, because there are, like, strings related to an Akechi palace in the files.
Yeah. It does feel rather conspicuous
The
that he
shadow
doesn't have
dialogue.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's shadow dialogue talking about Lord
や
Akechi
っておく
and
ゆっ
stuff.
くり味わいな
Like I said, the February 2016 build had, like, admittedly kind of outdated but still existing strings of a older Nanako as a party member. Like, she has a model and is rigged to be a party member.
We were definitely robbed in that front. It's pretty funny that I'm
She's
apparently
so
story
cool.
locked from having the gun button yet. I have to wait until Lufel gives me authorization to use the gun like it's fucking other M.
No, it's ID tagged. You gotta go get the untagged guns.
Well then where's Drebin?
ねえねえ私もそんな風に満たされる時が来る
Maybe that shadow lady is called Drebin. She might be one of the other Drebins.
思ったら行動ってことか私そういう考え方大好きなんか私ってあんたみたいって
Are we gonna recruit Pixie?
忘れてた私って人間たちの心の海にたゆたう存在
I do wonder what would happen if you, like, grabbed Pixie and just threw her at an enemy.
そうだピクシーだ
That doesn't work as well considering her name in the text box was Pixie the whole time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in P5, they actually do have different names before they remember their actual names.
Oh
The
no,
Shenanigans music here is kind of weird.
he's figuring out that we might just be a protagonist.
Yeah, the more I see this game, like, they definitely could have had a female protagonist option. God. It's weird how, like, because your entire party is, like, you know, fanfiction versions of people you've spoken to once.
あかね
It's just you and Luffy.
Yeah.
In the cutscenes.
Although it's gonna be more awkward if we like do the fanfiction versions of characters we actually talk to all the time. C-tier fan card.
I do wonder if you'll be able to get variants of characters and put them in a party together.
I did see something when I was looking at that tier list earlier that looked like a retrain of an older character. So
Yeah, because, like, the Chinese girl, I saw there was a variant of her wearing, like, a dress instead. Like, is that just costume that you could roll for? Or would that be a separate character that I could have in a party with the normal version? Wonder why the fuck is your entire party just versions of me in different clothes?
don't question it.
Don't worry about it. It seems conspicuously like some kind of Chinese fetish outfit you've got me in. What the hell?
Well, I don't know, is that better or worse than getting caught making deepfakes of your friends?
I don't know, I'll need to stream Hitman or speedrun some Hitman before I can give you that answer. Why isn't Agent 47 in this
That
game?
flip was unnecessary.
It really was. Did you have to make the door
Oh, we just
all
get yeeted into
fancy?
the Velvet Run.
I guess because Caroline and Justine kick you into it, they need to keep the aggression.
どうやら君はまた新しい可能性を見せてくれたね。
先ほどあなた様が得られた
It's like I'm playing Persona 3 with the potential references.
本来一人の人間が持ちうるペルソナは一つ。だがあなた様はそれ以上を持ちうる形となった。
Now, if I remember correctly, the protagonist only gets like a finite amount of personas
君は
rather than actually
君
collecting
以
them.
外の
But
他者に対しても忘れていた欲望を思い出させることがで
One
きる
sec.
と。それはシャドウとて例外ではない。その溢れる
Oh,
生命力は
okay.
無限の可能性を秘めている。
passion for life.
Okay, so the new attendant, I decided to look it up. Her name is not taken from Frankenstein, like all the other characters.
Ah.
Like all the other attendants, rather.
Just another
Because
break
that's
from
the
tradition.
naming convention, is all the attendants are Frankenstein character names. She also just doesn't have yellow eyes for some reason.
You know, somehow I never put
She's a
together that
prop.
Marie might be also part of that naming convention, but now that I think about it, yeah. If she's like Marie Shelley.
ここは
Yeah.
君のコンシェルジュであるメロペの意見を参考にさせていただこうか。君がそう他者との
It is always
絆を
funny to me
結び
that like
始
they
め
just
心
randomly
の
made
成長を
Igor
遂げた
like
という
the guy for this because he was
お
like
呼び立てさせ
he just hung out, bro, in the first two games.
Hmm.
今は欲望の鍛錬に勤しんでいただきたい。
焦らずとも
Oh damn, Warner Brothers
君が
just
欲
lost the
望を
rights to
磨き
Akira.
続ければ
We're not getting that Keanu Reeves Akira movie anymore?
It's
What?
probably for the best.
必要な
No.
お呼び立てをして悪かったね。今は君の意志の赴くまま行動してくれたまえ。
どうしたワンダ、さっきから棒立ちだぞ。
Don't mind me, I'm just spacing out.
まあいい。部屋の
Someone
中は
spotted
あらかた
Harper
調
in
べ
one of
たの
those
か
leaked Black Ops 7 screenshots and they just captured it White Boy Spotted.
出発のタイミングはお前に任せる。準備を怠るなよ。
Okay, I can fast travel between them.
Just like in Strikers.
I like that they make a point of saying that you can level up your party members, but that's something I can just do from the pause screen anyway. Now, the thing that do that's relatively stupid in normal Persona, but I think is probably going to work out better here, is I usually like to keep the starters Persona and just level that up,
Well, yeah.
which is definitely going to be a lot easier here. But we'll see how
They make it
viable
more
that actually is.
When I was playing through Reload, I did keep Jack Frost for as long as I could.
Yeah.
I refused to get rid of him.
Okay, let's see if this volume is a little more balanced.
It is always funny to me that Jack Frost is one of the first games in this franchise localized.
俺に何ができんだよ。
Okay, so elements, we've got types,
What up, my slime?
sweepers, assassins. I don't remember the other icons just yet.
Just like a hero shooter.
Okay, so healing, that can get guaranteed more healing. No details. Okay, yeah.
若い子の相手疲れるな。我は汝、汝は我。構いませんよ。
Now, High Pixie was the one I was just looking at. How's that different from normal Pixie again?
で、どうすんの？で、どうすんの？で、どうすんの？
See, the team's mostly focused on ice, so he's got Mabufu, normal Bufu. He just does Mabufu as a beginning skill.
私も忙しいんですけど。
Oh, Bufu and healing though.
私も忙しいんですけど。
Yeah, I'll bring her.
我は汝、汝は我。
Okay, Midvale was gonna have to stand with the story. Fire and Wind guys definitely aren't gonna be as relevant. So I'm just gonna stick with an ice focus on my party.
何かご用？うち8時にヤシムで
あんまりこきつく。
Now, what are her support skills again? Ah, there they are. SP recovery is pretty good. One turn attack buff is a little limited. It's one every 5 turns. Jeez. Okay, so every 8 turns I can activate a buff at 3 turns. But she gives a buff to when I do ailments. Okay. I thought Personas just got added to... Are they in the Velvet Room? Why change my equip Persona? Why are the ones that I just leveled up? There they are. Okay. Oh, I leveled them up higher than I can actually use because they're level 30 now. So I actually can't equip them because, yeah, that's funny. Okay, I can only use one persona at the moment. I guess I'll just have to progress the story and then I'll be able to actually equip multiple.
説明
近くに宝箱があります。
なかなかいいものが手に入ったわね。
シャドウだ。誰かいる。見間違いか。これで。
超完璧。
風穴開けるぞ、マンドラン。
She's so cringe, I love her.
Yep.
期待には応えてやる。
Average middle-aged woman.
私の番ね。一緒に踊りましょう。おやすみなさい。華麗に見せるわよ。
位置についてゴー。
I like how she comes in from the finisher even though she's just a fucking navigator. It's like, you did nothing.
I mean, Futaba got one in Royal, but the difference is she would contribute to the attack when that happened. She dropped a goofy little bomb.
Yeah. I guess that's similar to how around the same time Tokyo Mirage Sessions they added like sessions for the NPC characters that don't fight, but they can come in for the all-out team attacks.
質問したい。
Man, that's just reminded me, like, how Futaba got a bunch of DLC costumes and they were all worthless.
That sounds like something they would do.
Because
But
you would
those
only ever
fans-
see them in the safe room, because she doesn't follow you around, because she's a navigator. Costumes don't appear in cutscenes, and her costumes wouldn't even appear during like her little tag-in cutscenes where she buffs you. She would always be in her default outfit. You literally could not see them outside of the safe room. E3 Reload at least fixed that, because you do actually get to see Fuka's like alternate costumes when she does her assist animations. Insert the LeBron James All Hail Fuka image here.
I mean, Fuka supremacy do be real.
Yeah, one sec. Need to find that image.
一気に行くぞ。超完璧。
風穴開けるぞ、マンドラン。行くぜ、ペルトロ。
Oh. Just one shot him. Also, I'm noticing I'm like just effortlessly starting every fight with max SP.
Yeah.
I'm not really having to pop items or use recovery effects
Then
for
again,
it.
I have seen some later encounters where enemies are taking over 1 million damage in one attack and not even making a dent in their health bar.
That sounds like something I would expect. But still, it's nice to not have to... One thing that definitely annoyed me about Metaphor was people's like, oh, they made it so good now, you can just stand outside an enemy spawn point and just like farm them to get 1 SP back per instant kill. They're just like, that sounds like a terrible solution for a game where the
Oh,
SP
that
cap
sounds
is
horrible.
999.
More reason to never play Metaphor.
Yeah. No, you're legally obligated to play Metaphor because they announced it at the Xbox show.
I keep falling for the Hulkenberg propaganda, but I'm not letting it trick me.
At least not until they do the re-release, inevitably.
Once again, fell for it again award. I'll fall for it.
いただいていこう。
Oh, that's just a straight up pull.
I hope when we're a few collabs deep, I want to run a team of Luffy, Morgana, and Teddy.
Just the Scrimblow
just
team.
put a gun
Yeah.
in my mouth.
シャドウよ。
Put a gun in my mouth and fire.
It is pretty funny that Morgana is apparently like the most power grabbed.
As he should. You know, I beat Strikers without ever playing as Morgana. Like, I randomly swapped to him in like one of the final dungeons, and then got the tutorial on how to play Morgana. I never picked him.
私の番ね。得意技見せてあげる。やっべ。
そらこれでどうだ。
ペルクシコレ。ペルソナデュオ。
マウゾ、ロブロン。
I am liking the variety of songs we're getting as well, though. There's a good amount of
Yeah, it actually
new music.
reminds me of Strikers. How in Strikers you could actually like set the battle theme to random. Granted, that was more useful if you got the special edition like I did, because the special edition gave you all the battle themes from original P5 and Royal.
Yeah.
So you could actually get like Takeover and stuff.
Oh wait, this way. That looks like
Oh
that
my
would be
god, wait,
interactable.
the Warner Brothers Akira movie was going to be directed by Taika Waititi? Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, I saw a whole bunch of posts about that the other day. It's mostly just people just bitching about him. I'm just like, yeah, he's a bit washed, but yeah,
なんと。
it's not that serious.
That wouldn't...
Powerful though. Oh,
やってやるよ。
I guess I'm getting pulled into the fight anyway.
早く片付けよう。
風穴開けるぞマンドラン。
退屈なんだけど。
一緒に踊りましょう。
そら
Knock everyone down, get the all-out attack,
いただいていく。
beat them without them getting a turn.
総攻撃よーい。
もう捨てない。
Nice. So much for an elite enemy.
宝箱だわ。開けてみましょう。何が入っているのかしら。楽しみね。
いただきます。ってか。
Okay, that's 2 backtrack doors then.
少し休憩していくか。
Okay, no, the save room is
ここなら
progress.
安心して休める。
状態は。
私の力
ギャル登場。
I wonder if it's because she's just automatically given the SP recovery then. And I'm just happy to spend less than 12 per fight. Which would still be pretty unusual.
私ならできるわ。必ずやってみせる。
I'm gonna avoid investing too many resources into these other guys who I don't know them in the real world that well. I don't know how much I actually like
仕
them.
事の時間か。
Lufel, I think I'm probably gonna bench relatively soon, but I'll give him a level or two.
I always bench
Thanks.
the mascot unless it's Argus.
Yeah, but this time he's also a healer, so
わしを選ん
that might actually keep him relevant for a little bit longer.
俺に注目するとはさす息抜きには読
Didn't
書が
Teddy have healing skills? I don't actually remember.
I mean, who would remember?
Yeah.
It's steady.
行くか
And then as soon as Naoto joined the party, I kind of entered like a frenzy.
Yeah.
And one of my slots was always taken up by her.
I'm sorry, Teddy, but only people have human rights.
Exactly.
Not the baseball thong.
木内
Over
は
the
野球
shorts.
選手だった
Why is the first
渋谷で見た時の印象
Why is
と
the
は
first
ま
boss
る
of
で違うな
each Persona 5 spin-off a sex
ところで
pervert?
この先はどうやっていくんだ。何か手がかりは。
Apparently that carries over to Tactica as well. The first boss of Tactica is also like a sex pervert.
荒井元葉。お前、なぜここに。
Well, I suppose just write what you know, and if you just work in Japanese business.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, they are woke. Out of the 4 sex perverts, including, counting this, 2 of them are women. We're breaking new ground.
Yeah.
スマホに目玉のようなアイコンがあったはずだ。
異世界ナビ
I do like the Japanese name for it is just Isekai Navigator.
Oh my god.
ねえねえねえ何あんた
Oh my lord. A hooded ghost. That's
大化け。
that's not good phrasing.
Hmm.
Stop saying
あん
that.
たの何不審者ってあれ
Rusty's comedy
もしかし
cavalcade.
て
Well, at least she didn't call him a Guilo.
どう
I
いう
know
こ
we're
と
using
な
our
の
made-up names.
ここもしかしてコスプレ会場
Yes.
It's actually a lot like that.
変な窮地の像とかグッズみたいなのもあるし
ここは木内のパレスだか
Bad
ら
at
な。
merch.
内観
Bad
も
at
奴の
merch.
認知に関連した作りとなっている。
木内のパレス認知
Basically, yes.
ああそっか
It's
こ
kinda,
れ
yeah.
夢だうん絶対そう
はあ、この女の執念は認めるが、今はこいつを脱出させることを優先しよう。シャドウに襲われたら守りきれるか不安だ。自動ロックがかかったか。だが内部のどこかに必ず先へ進むための手がかりがあるはずだ。
何もしかして閉じ込められちゃったの
荒井元葉、お前の木内に関する知識、今ここで存分に発揮してもらうぞ。
はい
I mean, she clearly doesn't know shit, so. Now it's just a countdown to when she gets her persona.
これリトルリーグの時の野球教室の写真なんでこんなものが
考えてみりゃよこの時からなんだ絶頂
のって。
言っただろう。ここは木内のパレスだ。奴が現実で認知していることや欲望がねじ曲がってしまった原因などが強く反映されている。
Okay, so it's random when he hits everyone else, but with her it's targeted.
そうなんだ。
パレス内でここまで明確に荒井元葉が視覚化されているとは。木内はこいつに何やらよからぬ因縁を感じているのかもしれん。
If this is going into like the children's Little League game somehow like killed his spirit and like ended his career, then I'm gonna be very amused by that. Just the idea of a pro athlete just like going to a high school like casuals game and just going, oh no, I'm washed.
I've always wanted to like go to like a small children's sports event and just crush them. Just destroy them.
But then what if you lose and then it actually just destroys you emotionally?
I burn everything to the ground.
It's like, oh no, I thought this would be easy, but this cancer ward is actually really good at Call of Duty.
I start pouring gasoline all over myself.
I don't like how his shoulders look like baseballs.
Symbolism is complex.
一体何が起きたの？
落とし穴に落ちたんだ。侵入者用
Oh,
の
it's
罠だった
the
の
server
かもし
room
れん
from Old Consulate and Siege.
何にせよ、今は脱出を優先しよう。ワンダ、この部屋の出入り口を調べてみてくれ。どこも施錠されているか。だが、
Yep, some kind of puzzle.
なんだ、
あそこ。これ野球教室の後の。
改めて新井選手、木内選手の勝負球、スライダーを打った感想は？
Did this guy really just crash out because like a kid managed to hit his pitch?
投げる時の
Yes.
木内選手のフォームが。
Also, she's really not beating the Chie allegations with the little baby version of her.
Yeah.
そういう感想どうかな？
There are no thoughts in that head.
ちゃんとお願いした通りにスライダー投げてくれたから、やっぱり木内選手はかっこいいです。
新井選手の木内選手リスペクト熱いですね。続いて木内選手。
Oh no.
新井選手について一言。
He's visibly crashing out.
その何ですかね。才能を感じる子ですかね。強烈な弾丸ライナーで木内選手のグローブをすり抜けて見事ツーベースヒット。尻餅まで疲れてましたし、演技派ですよね。
So if I was taught me don't trust athletes.
Yes. This and Yakuza.
まさかと思いますけど、さっきの
Certainly.
本気じゃないですよね。
Dude, you're fumbling. Just say yeah, it was on purpose.
じゃないですか。
I fell on my backside to look funny for the
で
kids.
すよね。メジャーも見据えている木内選手が本気で投げたら、プロの打者でも打つのは難しいですし。木内選手？いや、別に。なあ、そういえば新井選手に
This
関
is
して
the
ですが、
funniest character in the
本
whole
職はピッチャーの方で
franchise.
すね。
Potentially, yes.
はい私投げるのも打つのも。
He's just barely edged out by Adachi's portrait. Adachi's portrait alone gives him like way more points.
ピッチャーなのにバッティングセンスもある。将来二刀流選手としての活躍も楽しみです。以上。
Watch this guy crash out when he finds out that Junpei managed to have a successful baseball career and a marriage.
Attached to a beautiful goth girl as well. Where does he have that idol?
A persona.
先ほどの映像は木内がプロ野球選手時代に
I just
野
have
球
to
教
stand
室を
like
行
a
っている時
loser.
のものか。本気で投げたボールを当時小学生だった新井元葉にヒットを打たれたと。その上尻餅とはいい気味だが、奴のプライドはひどく傷ついたろうな。
そう
So he's actually just the fragile masculinity incarnate, man.
私が
Yes.
あの時
Wait, and she quit baseball because of some mysterious incident that she blames herself for that makes her think she can't play professionally anymore. And it's not this, because she didn't know about this until just now.
事情があるようだが、今はそれどころじゃない。シャドウが今にも入り込んでくるかもしれん。脱出手段を探すぞ。しかし、なぜ今ここで木内の過去の映像が
Because you're in his head.
さっきから妙な胸騒ぎがする。まるでわしらにこの映像を見せているかのようだ。さっきの落とし穴の件もある。もしかしたら潜入に感づかれているかもしれない。警戒は怠るなよ。
最近成績が良くないって聞いてるよ。
ん？また映像が流れているな。
メジャー、君だって行きたいんじゃないのかね。それはなんだよ、歯切れ悪いな。スランプなんて言い訳にならんことは分かってるだろう。コーチ、もっとビシビシやってくれんと困るよ。うちのグループ総出で応援しとるんだ。お得意先からも木内くんのメジャー行きにちなんで案件ぼちぼち来始めてるんだから。はあ、それは分かってるんですけど。
He just sucks.
そんなんだから小学生の女の子なんかに撃たれちまうんだよ。小学生に撃ち込まれだったから三流雑誌で茶化されてるぞ。悔しかったら挽回してみせてくれよ。
So that's why he specifically targets women.
失礼します。木内。
Absolute beast mode.
はい。
奴が昔スランプに陥った頃の映像か。
And this has been going on for years. So
なんでも
This reminds me, in the files of P5 Royal, there's actually some unused cutscenes that were meant to play when you found the will seeds. And it was supposed to show each of the palace rulers' early days as they got more jokeified over time. So you got to see Kabushida as he's forced to become a sex pervert.
oh great.
Society did him wrong.
We give him the Bioshock Infinite treatment then.
Yeah. No, it's literally you get to see like little bitch boy Kabushida, and it's like, man, you should just be a rapist. He's like, you know what, my guy person peer pressuring me, I should.
Yeah.
And then he walks out in the full red suit and Joker makeup, and then dances down the stairs.
And I clapped when I saw it. It's really not your fault. Don't even entertain this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I like that we fell through a trapdoor to get into this room and then she just falls into another trapdoor out of it.
来るぞワンダ、構えろ。
準備はいいかしら。一気に行くわよ。
風が負けるぞマンドラン。ペルソナ
受けてみろ。
得意技見せてあげる。やった決まり。超上げ。
くそ、やはり潜入がバレていたか。
I know it makes a certain amount of sense, but I'm gonna say the feeling that I'm getting from the kind of clunk that there is on some of the animations and controls is it feels like I'm playing a PSP port of a PS2 game. Which this being a mobile version I suppose fits. Now of course I make that comparison, but we already had the PSP version of Persona 3 and that just turned it all into a menu, so...
You know, I remember a while ago, I was like very bored. I was digging through like old forum threads from like a decade ago, and I found like groups of people from 2013 convinced Persona 5 was gonna get a support.
I remember that days. And yeah, this does kind of does have the jank of a Vita port feel going on to it. I could imagine playing this on a Vita.
This is Uncharted Golden Abyss.
Yeah.
Or Killzone Mercenary.
And Killzone Mercenary is actually like one of the best games in the series, so I actually wouldn't invoke that one. The funny thing about Killzone is that it's like the opposite situation to Resistance, where in Resistance the PSP game was their bad one, and the PSP game was their good one, and the Vita game was their bad one. As Killzone had a really bad PSP game, but then they had a really great Vita game, so they just kind of swapped positions.
I just thought Killzone Liberation looked cool, but I never played it.
It's fine, but I would never like recommend it to anyone who wasn't like already into Killzone.
Yeah, well I was at the time, so...
Let's level up Pixie.
Yeah, listen, I just took Killzone Mercenary because I was trying to avoid mentioning Black Ops Declassified. I'm a changed man. I'm clean.
For now. That's a decent number of palaces on the lock screen. Well, floors to mementos at least.
How many of them are in the game already, though?
Yeah. I mean, that's the benefit of, like, it being in China only for, like, years and years, is they get to do all the beta testing, and then when it actually launches in global, you get to have the benefit of multiple years of content. This is sus. Oh, and of course they made a baseball bat.
I don't know how far behind this is. I don't know how far behind this is from the Chinese version. I'll need to look into that.
Yeah. Well, only like half the P5 characters are even in, but they're launching with half of them as well, so I would imagine we're a good couple of patches behind.
Is that missing texture behind them?
No, it's one of those Japanese like photo board print things.
It looks like I didn't install Counter-Strike Source is what it looks like.
Yeah, if it didn't have the letters on it, I would think that, but... You see, this is what he should be doing in real life, just throwing baseballs at people on the street.
Also, this is literally just Anne's Awakening again. It's even got the BDSM shit.
Literally all just because she could hit the ball.
You lost to a 6-year-old, get over it.
No, you don't understand. He fell over and then he tore a hole in his pants. It was really embarrassing.
I knew a guy in school who drop kicked a door and split his pants. It happens.
I'm pretty sure that comes up in baseball training.
Why do some of them just disappear when I'm not looking at them? They really are dragging out a lot of the exposition compared to the main game.
Yep. That one in the back is really going to town on that drink.
I was thinking that. It's all going to a chest, apparently. I could excuse the attempted murder, but hostage taking?
Yeah. I mean, yes, you will get away with murder if you do it in the metaverse, but still.
Yeah. Literally no cops around.
Until we get the guy who wants to be a cop and then his palace is full of them.
That's always the craziest part of P5's plot to me. How, like, Akechi smuggles, like, an entire team into Sai's palace and then none of them question what's going on. Like, those were real SWAT officers.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, there's a casino here now, who cares?
I mean, look, any good goon just knows. It's like being a TIE fighter pilot in Star Wars. You'll chase the protagonist down no matter where the fuck they go. Absolutely fearless.
Also, some of those guys exploded into shadows. I still don't know what the deal was with that.
It's really not her fault, dude.
You could've just played another game, man. You literally didn't even try to play another match. No, I'm based. No.
No, if you were based, you'd be stupid playing baseball.
誰かにとっての欲望を阻害することにもなる。だからといってそれは自らが抱く欲望を放棄することにはつながらん。
I hope the next Persona 5 spin-off has LeBron James as the athlete with a palace.
I mean, that's a fairly done deal. Either that,
Oh,
or
it'd be
he'll just be the
Michael
protagonist of Persona
Jordan has
6.
killed people.
バカ言ってんじゃねえ。こいつがこのガキさんいなければ俺はな。
ずっと
Ugh.
抱いちゃいけないと思ってた。私のせいで木内が憧れの選手が野球をやめたんだから。こんな私が生きていいわけない。
Your mother Chie didn't raise you like this. Snap out of it.
野球の夢も捨てるべきだって。
Oh, your heart.
いいか。何にしたってこいつの命はこの木内様が握ってんだ。
Figuratively,
You don't-
not literally.
頭バットで勝ち割ってやるぞ。
You're not even holding a bat right now.
Then again, when he was throwing the balls at her earlier, they were just like appearing from his mind, so I guess he'll
He
just
really
summon a
thinks
bat.
he's Negan. You probably think he's Negan from Tekken 7.
それ智子のこと。
It really is just Anne and Chie mixed together.
野毛智子は私の親友。リトルでバッテリーを組んで、私が野球をやめた後も智子はずっと支えてくれて、野球選手になることを夢見てた。私はあんたと一緒だ。自分自身で諦めた。今思えば悲劇のヒロイン気取って側だけ取り繕って。
Yes, the tragic martyr of I hit the baseball too good.
でも智子は自分で選ぶこともできずにあんたに夢を奪われたんだ。
Yeah. No, this guy actually is just like the fucking Scrubs quote of like, oh Ted, we found you at the park throwing rocks at couples.
Why should they be happy? I use that image a lot because I'm a Dead Rising fan.
お前もあのガキも女のくせに夢なんて
You
分かってん
women.
じゃねえよ。
Hang on.
全員この木内様潰されて消費されて何もかも奪われるべきなんだ。
そうやってあんたは自分
Oh,
を捨て続けるんだ。
she's locking in.
思った通り。
私はもう捨てない。あんたにこれ以上何も奪わせない。
思い出したように全てはあなた自身が暗い海の底に放棄したもの。夢への後悔、輝く一心、あまねく自由。だけど捨てたなら拾えばいい。奪われたなら取り返せばいい。さあ、新たな命の船出を
Unlike Anne, she doesn't look like she's coming during her awakening, so she's got that going for her.
Yeah, they just have the weird detail on the mouth close up, but that's a lot less sus.
早く次の球ぶっ放すんだよ。
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's just bitching out.
Average Fortnite player when a single shot's fired.
木内ぶっ飛ばして智子の敵を撃つ。この力があればどっちもできる。
加勢するぞ。
行くよアルビルダ。ファイ
I do like her persona. It's got the cool cape.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah,
it kind
yeah.
of looks like teeth along the seam.
Even if it really does just look like Chie's persona wearing a cape.
Yeah.
See, that's the good thing about Persona games never showing party members' parents ever, except for like Mitsuru. I can just keep believing that somehow she is the daughter of Chie and Yukiko.
Okay, let's mark him.
Durandal marathon reference.
Okay, let's switch this back to new speed.
Good job, Frenchie.
Close.
I don't like how none of these are called like Zeodyne or anything. Yeah, they've just got rid of all the SMT spell names. That's weird. I didn't notice that until now.
Well, the protagonist uses the SMT spell names, but I guess all the cognition allies have to have different ones.
Yeah, but she's not cognition and neither is the owl, so...
Yeah. Oh, actual support animations.
Hell yeah.
I like how she's specifically giving you disco music related buffs because she's fucking old.
Even though I think she's supposed to be from, like, 90s era?
Yeah.
Just generalized old, lol old. Actually, I suppose that could work, since it's your character's cognition, your character's like 16.
Yeah.
Just wonders like, she's old, disco, you should probably listen to that, right?
It's just like David Cage riding Detroit, where like Hank's a millennial from the 1990s, yet his closet is all full of stuff like he's a guy from the 70s.
Yeah, like... Like, no wonder she was listening to Progeny and Nirvana.
And now we get the all-out attack.
I would love, like, a scene where Wonder's trying to, like, talk to her.
I like that finish screen.
And all that.
Where she goes in for the pitch and then dashes away.
Try to relate to her in the real world. It's like, hey, I got you these. It's just a bunch of like disco vinyls. It's like, this is the kind of shit my mother listened to.
Yeah.
But I know I'm in my 40s, but God.
Also, a nice touch I like is that she was kind of in the pose from the windscreen when we went back to the cutscene.
Oh yeah.
Since about 5 minutes ago.
The same thing happens in P5, although it does make more sense with Anne, because Anne is wearing literal fetish gear.
No, it's the archetypal baseball hood, obviously. Although I do appreciate the HUD. Her design is notably less Guna than you might expect.
Oh yeah, yeah. Also, I've not really seen any real Guna designs for any of the girls from like when I was going through all artwork.
Yeah, so far a lot of this stuff
Nothing good
is actually kind of like less weird sex pervert shit than regular
P5.
Persona.
Funny enough, the only one that I'm like is kind of like Guna is the woman in her 40s. So I'm like, China ahead of Japan.
Yeah. I mean, the enemy with the drink and the like big proportions.
I did say it was all
definitely...
going to her chest when she was drinking that.
It seems, yeah, it seems like the enemies have absorbed a lot of that off the playable characters.
It was like that in base B5, although you didn't see it because there was only one female shadow model, and it was the bunny suit waitresses in the casino. I think there might have been female shadows in Shido's palace as well. I'm not sure.
I always forget the Yester Henshin.
Are you gonna drive that through here?
This girl is dizzy a lot.
Maybe she used to spin on swivel chairs when she was younger.
You're not you when you're hungry. Time for a Snickers. Actually, speaking of which, I'm gonna quickly get a refill on my drink.
I'm also gonna do that. Also, well, the cool party members spotted. Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
飲み込みが早いじゃないか。異世界に迷い込んでいた時は相当に動揺していたのか。
動揺っていうか、ほんと全部夢なんじゃないかって思ってたくらいで。
Oh, it's the China girl in the other booth as well.
自分の手で異世界ナビを使ってパレスに行ってあの光景を見たし。今もこうやってフクロウと話してる。もう受け入れるしかないかなって。
わしをフードお化けと呼んだこと忘れておらんからな。
Hang on, let me change my settings. Quickly.
あれ、ルフェルって結構根に持つタイプ？ごめん。それに木内と野球だからね。あの場所が木内の欲望に関係してるって言われてしっくりきたっていうか。
木内のこと今なら話せるか？
No, I think we've gone over it well enough. I pretty much get what was going on.
改めて説明するね。木内武之は元プロ野球選手。何年か前まではバリバリの現役でメジャーでも活躍間違いないって言われてたすごい人。私も昔野球やっててさ、あんなにかっこよかったのに。あ、やっぱそこ触れるべき？シャドウの姿ぶっちゃけ
まあ奇抜というか欲望をむき出しにした姿というかな。メメントスには木内以外にも人間のシャドウは存在しているのだが。
It does.
あ、やっぱそこ触れるべき？シャドウの姿ぶっちゃけ変態だったよね。
パレスという独自の牙城を持ち、あそこ こまで欲望に染まったシャドウの姿はわしも初め
So
て
in
見た。
Japanese, they're just calling him a pervert instead of a misogynist, but either way, accurate.
だからこそ奴を改心させる。
That I will probably
すでに
reach
現実で
for.
も歯止めが効かなくなってきている。
昼休みにも話してたけど、改心のやり方はさっきの話でなんとなく分かったんだけど。
Arai, I don't mean to alarm you, but there may be a main character sat behind you.
どうなるの？
She's right behind me, isn't she?
お前にも共有していなかったな。
And then she'll say something stereotypically Chinese or something, 'cause
Yeah.
it's an anime thing.
まず歪んだ欲望が消える。だが罪を犯した記憶はなくならない。それに耐えられなくなった現実のパレスの主は自ら
Where's my Serbian persona
罪を
character?
告白することになるだろう。
I mean, we'll see if the police actually do anything, even if he does go like, oh, it actually wasn't an accident, I'm just shoving people on the subway for kicks.
今まで
They're
の
just like,
罪
well, that's good for you, dude.
例外なく。
そっか。
Yeah, doing something sounds dangerously close to work.
ただ、奴に奪われ
Japanese
た
police
人間
would
の欲
never.
望が本人のもとに回帰するわけではない。智子とかいう人間も
I still can't get over that story I heard the other day where it was like there was this murderer who like literally just mutilated a woman. Cops had surrounded his apartment, and then the guy just kind of walked out and shoved past them, and they didn't catch him for 3 years.
Yeah, you mentioned that
And that is a
yesterday.
new level of incompetence.
てか、早く窮地を改心させないと、また智子みたいな被害者が生まれちゃう前に。
落ち着け。仮にもわしらはさっき異世界のシャドウと開口してしまった。おそらくパレスでも警戒が強まっているだろうし、攻略には時間もかかるだろう。現実世界でも怪我人が出たばかりだしな。木内のぶつかり行為も今は慎重になっているはず。故に今は急ぐべきではない。わしらが失敗すれば。
そっか。確かにルフェルの言う通りだ。心はクールに、体は熱く。だね。一回落ち着きます。
Damn, she's going to town on those fries, just getting by the fistful.
調子が狂うな。
Insert Ruby cookie gif here.
回答やる。木内のやってること、世の中で問題にしてくれないって言うなら。
Funny thing is, we already have a Persona example. There's that one gif of Yusuke just nibbling at that food forever.
現実からじゃ木内を追い詰めるのできるかわかんないし。けど異世界からなら、回答なら木内を止められる。よろしくお願いします。
Sit down. You're scaring the playable characters.
実力があって意欲がある。断る理由がないな。
There we go, I found the gif.
そうと決まれば、新井元葉にもコードネームを決めてやらねば。
Yusuke just doing that forever.
That's pretty good.
元葉でいいよ。堅苦しいし。私もこれから君のこと下の名前で呼ぶね。ところでコードネームって？
Because they use them in Persona 5.
異世界で仕事をしている間の仮の名だ。
本格的だね。ちなみに二人のは？
わしはキャトル、こいつはワンダーだ。
二人とも不思議な感じのやつだ。じゃあ。
My name's Baseplate and his name's Yankees on 3.
私が不思議に思ってること。
She's gonna pick something terrible, isn't she? That animation was actually way better when she was just eating one fry.
最終回 投げるピッチャーのこと。ストッパーとも呼ばれたりしてて、名前はっきりさせなくていいのかなって個人的に不思議なやつ。それにほら、私たちが窮地を止める最後の砦って
I'll just make your code name
なんかよくない？
baseball.
いいんじゃないか。自分のコードネームだ。自分がそうしたいものがあるなら
What's
それ
the
でい
first
い。
thing she said? Closer.
そうだ、連絡先交換しておこう。これでよし。結構いい時間だね。話の続き。
わしらも帰るとしよ
I just realized, because this game doesn't have romance,
コードネームクローザー。
Arai is our first female bro character. By
Ah, yeah.
technicality.
I suppose so, and she is the first party member, so that makes her the Yusuke
He is the Junpei.
or the Junpei.
See, if they were brave, they would give her the full bro character treatment and just have shenanigans ensue from her being a dumbass constantly, but I know they won't.
So I can just go right back into the metaverse, but let's see what the story wants me to do. Realm of Repression, what's that? Oh, this is dailies, like material grinding, sure. Give me some skill level up materials.
This environment and music seem vaguely familiar.
料理してやるよベルトラ。
早く片付けよう。感謝する。
いただいていく。
イデオ、ペルソナデュオ。来るのだ。ペルソナ。
Ow.
Atlas, I am begging. I know Persona 6 will still be high school and I'm fine with that. But please, I need one party member. It's always funny to have one adult on the team.
Yeah. I mean, if they're based, they'll just retcon that into Persona 4 and just have Dojima actually help out. No Persona either. He's just an adult. That's his power.
I still think Senkichi was one of the greatest additions they've ever made. Especially that little segment where you have to play as him before he awakens to his persona. He just moves like an old man who can barely like take cover.
Oh, I'm actually getting my ass kicked here a bit.
前ペルソナデュオ。わしのペルソナ。
It gets funnier every time that Persona Trinity Soul tried to say, oh yeah, adults can't have a persona, they lose them when they grow up. Because literally every single game contradicts that.
Unfortunately, Atlas is a little too trapped by their like bullshit anime tropes. As much as they try to
not really. Trinity
improve
Soul,
over time.
Trinity Soul came out in 2007.
I mean, Trinity
Persona
Soul is like
2.
worse than the rest of it, yeah, but even so.
Yeah, no, I'm like it was immediately not canon because P2 contradicted it. But even if you're gonna go like, oh, 3 was a soft reboot, 4 then just had a Dachi, so
Yeah.
And I swear every single version of 5 has a new adult with a persona. So if you actually go back to like old artwork from like 2010, 2011-ish, they actually have the Trinity Soul protagonist in artwork with the game characters. Like in the protagonist group shots.
240. Okay.
Which is really funny because he's not a very distinct looking boy. So everyone when they see that art just goes, who is this? Who is this brown haired guy?
Persona Duo. わしのペルソナ。ぶち上げちゃいな。
行くぜベルトロ
いただいていく。
一緒に踊りましょう。
Thinking about it this way is, I actually am kind of down for this conceptually, the idea of like a Persona game that can kind of just throw out like a case or an arc periodically. I don't think I'm gonna ever like play this on the regular or like keep up with the dailies and weeklies and shit, but if I hear that they have a new arc come out, I will probably return and then like, oh, I'll play the new story thing and then just leave again.
I fully admit, if I had a phone that could actually run this, I would probably play this as my gacha game of choice. But that's because
yeah,
it fell for it again award.
Oh yeah, speaking of gacha, I've got enough to roll. And get up to the end of the beginner banner.
If I got Morgana, I'd kill myself.
Hey, everybody do proposal already? Okay. So, I'm gonna take because she's apparently the one good one. Well, Ryuji, he didn't seem to be too power crabbed. He's just like into his boss fight niche now, apparently. Okay, so on the standard banner,
I just know whenever they do a banner that has Haru in it, I'd probably just fall to my knees whenever I don't get her.
Probably.
I would need Haru more than anyone.
Now, I don't particularly want Joker, but I'm probably not going to get him in the first 10 rolls, so let's just see what I get. Okay, she looked cool.
Yeah, she's the one I was talking about last night, who I really like the design of.
Let's see. I have a ways off the next one. Is there really no rebate thing? Just training set for sales? Okay, let's look at the new girl.
私の手際をご覧に入れます。
Okay, so she's a light type with single type damage. She scales with defense. Interesting. Shield generation. Okay.
I'm seeing like references to like the Shield of Justice cross-examination. This is really not helping my case saying that she looks like if Sai was a fat thief.
Okay, so she auto shields anyone below 30 health or 30% health. And her shield provides a slight buff.
Once again, the non-canon nature of this game would be a perfect time to have non-party members become party members as a what-if scenario.
この感じ。きれ生まれ変わった私をご覧に入れましょう。
Yeah, they could never do playable Sai though, that would just make too much money.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think the world's ready.
君と一緒に強くなりたい。パワーアップ。
They establish in the manga that she does kickboxing. There's a scene of her like roundhouse kicking a mugger. So.
They know.
Oh boy, do they. It's also mentioned in the dancing game when Makoto says, "Oh no, my sister's way stronger than me. You don't want to get on her bad side." I remember the anime did that Valentine's Day special, that really cringe first-person Valentine's Day thing. It was all the romance options from the game, and Sai at the end, which was interesting.
Based?
It was post-game too, it seems to be like a few...
Okay, let's set up a
The funny thing is, as well, is, okay, they did all the girls, so they the Haru thing where Joker gets the shit beaten out of him. But in order for that to happen, he would need to go on a date with one of the girls on Valentine's, but they want all the girls there for the beating. So do you know how they get around it?
How?
He bangs Ryuji. I'm not even joking. It literally cuts to, like, outside the, like, attic. You see the silhouette of Ryuji taking his shirt off, getting on top of Joker. And I'm like, based?
That's braver than I would have expected from them. Yeah.
Although, like cowards, the Ryuji segment is the only one not in first person with the silent protagonist.
Yeah. Well, I suppose there has to be some limit to their bravery.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy's apparently her pyro support. How do I check his person's abilities again? Okay, Weast goes for HP, activates fire attack, inflicts burn.
I watched that Valentine's special in a call with people, and it was like the most viscerally uncomfortable in my life.
I can only imagine.
Because all the segments also end with the girl leaning in for a kiss in first person. It's like, I swear I'm watching this ironically. I've got my friends right here. I swear. She really is just Sai. Christ.
let's bench Lufel for.
待ちくたびれちゃった。
I am a little surprised by the lack of just like a quest log. I guess Persona 5 didn't have it, but
yeah. It's also weird hearing the base P5 cast not speaking English.
yeah.
I'm not used to it. I don't think I dislike any of the Japanese voices of P5. It's really a P4 by P4 thing. I mean, I really don't like Japanese Risei. Like,
Yeah.
at all.
Oh, we got DM.
Yes.
Wrong number.
That's literally a bit you can do to Ryuji in P5.
I wonder if this will be a familiar shop.
Paris 攻略に備えての気になる店か。ふむ。行ってみる価値はありそうだ。
Is Tanaka in this game? He better be.
I mean, he'd be pretty easy to include. Heck, you could even turn him
He
into
should
like
have sold all the microtransactions.
you
he
could even
should have
turn
been
him
the
into like a
microtransaction
navigator,
guy.
if not a vendor.
I'm going to do it.
Your ass is not cooking. Yet.
Yeah, just bring Tanaka in and he sells all the really limited time shit.
Okay, let's clear out some of these objectives.
Persona fan downloads the new Persona game, immediately tries to DM a minor. What did they mean by this? Ugh.
Oh. Okay. Lockpick, Hypnotist. Okay. What does the T do? So I guess she's gonna tutorial stores so that I can actually get my infiltration tools.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, 17 out of 20. I'm making progress. And we're going to Shibuya. But first, let's harass these units.
Yeah. I wonder if some nefarious individual... the shop owner...
I wonder if it would be the same
Man, you wanna
shop,
talk
but
about,
with
like,
a mysteriously
female
different
persona fans
owner.
being want to talk about female Persona fans being down bad, the vile things I've seen.
I understand where they're coming from.
I know, it's just like... Ugh.
It's definitely not the most problematic NPC obsession people can have.
Yes. It's like... It's fucked up that the game lets you bang your teacher, isn't that right, Lee? And they're hiding all their female joke X and Y art. Yeah. Horrible.
Oh, I can actually
I
buy.
just noticed there's global chat in the corner. Oh no.
I can't imagine how that goes. Let's get yakisoba pan.
No, I'm seeing like bits of it in the corner. I'm like, oh no.
Okay, people can get banned for it.
I missed Goro. We peaked right away.
Yep.
We peaked right away. Oh.
Is Joker worth it? Person with Joker profile picture goes yes.
Yes.
Not sure I trust you. I'm half expecting just to scroll into a spoiler.
What's the in-universe explanation? One does just go, is he in a public Discord with most people live?
Yes. The see what?
It's just that it's that Roblox terrorist picture again. I cannot say anything.
But things are in motion. Is
Things are in
Murray the one?
motion.
Yes. She is.
You
Speaking
scroll
of-
up and you see someone with a Ryuji profile pic called Capcan saying, "My wife left me," because that's what he types in every game.
Yeah. Now we've got more avatars available. Hello, fellow kids.
That's you. That is what you look like.
Basically.
I'm gonna be honest. My eyes like glazed over for a second. I thought that was a picture of one Joker making out and not fighting.
I mean, same thing. It's not that far off. Yeah.
Yeah. Hop on Persona 5 The Phantom X. I just realized like I can't do the "this is just like Genshin Impact" bit in the chat of this game because that comparison's not as funny when it's an actual gacha game.
Yeah. And then people will just start going, actually, yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, it's a lot funny when you say it about Battlefield or something, which is my usual go-to. In a match with Battlefield
Actually,
2042, when I say this is just like
It
Genshin
doesn't have
Impact and everyone's
reboots,
too
but-
confused to fight. What do you mean this is just like Genshin Impact? It's like, there's combat. And there's the similarity.
Okay, this doesn't do 50/50s at least.
Oh wow, it's owned. It's a fire hydrant.
It is kind of crazy how much of the map they just show you up front.
And once again, most of those locations are not in the original game.
Oh, I'm not used to Persona
Oh,
characters
that's,
actually
what more
walking
jank-
around.
No, you do actually follow Ryuji, but his animation for this looks a lot better when he's leading you to the airsoft shop.
Oh, I gotta talk to her.
ほう、ミリタリーショップか。
そういうこと。この先武器とか必要でしょ。あ、もちろん本物の拳銃とかは売ってないだろうけど。
いや、模造刀でもモデルガンでも十分だ。
He sold them all to the Contras.
つまり、こちらが持つ武器を
That's right before he redeployed Alex Mason, of course.
たとえモデルガンだとしても、弾丸の発射が可能になるということだ。
マジ？認知の世界ってすごっ。
So
らっしゃい。
不愛想すぎる。まあいいや。こういうところ初めてなんだけど、どんなの買えばいいんだろう。お小遣いで足りる
What
か
gun
な。
is she gonna get?
戦術の幅を広げるなら飛び道具だろうな。
飛び道具、飛び道具。何？
お前らミリタリーマニアってわけじゃなさそうだし、特にそっちの長女は共同不審なんだよ。
Oh no, he thinks we're the imposter.
うちの将
Hell
来
yeah.
を使ってどこぞで悪さしようって腹じゃないのか。
no woman would set foot in here, you
ま
fake.
ずいよ。ここの店長、やばい筋の人って噂があって。
You're some kind of fake gamer girl.
質問するぞ。ここに来た目的を言え。
His voice is not
Yes.
nearly as gruff as it is in English.
We're gonna use your fake guns for a real fight.
I'm gonna pistol whip someone till their skull cracked.
I'm planning to conduct a robbery. I need to remove the orange cap.
このご時世にまだお前らみたいなのがいたとはな。言葉の裏を読み取るつもりはねえが、人様にぶっ放してくれなけりゃそれでいい。
I mean, you don't sell real guns.
Or does he?
How would we do that?
宗久。
No, Tanaka sells real guns.
長ちゃん呼ばわりして悪かったな。お前には特別なのを出してやる。
Tutorial coins.
Or you can trade it all in for what's in this box.
The box.
The
The box.
box.
これならどんな相手でも。
Is she actually just gonna fight with a ball and chain?
本当にただ。
I guess since she's a
I thought
baseball
she was gonna
player.
fight.
真面目だよ。下手こいてうちやマニアレン
To further her being girl Ryuji, I thought she was gonna fight with like blunt weapons, like a baseball bat.
Yeah. It would be funny if she was just using a baseball bat but then grenades.
また来い。
That Ryuji also does that as one of the showtimes. P5. Using a grenade like a baseball.
いい武器だ。これにしよ
That's a CS:GO knife.
よし試してみる
Yep, nope, she actually just fights with a ball and chain.
いいじゃんこれ
Shock of Atonement.
おいいじゃんブンブン回してくよもっとできる
You know, this has just reminded
いい
me
じゃんブンブン回
of a
してくよ
serious question playing the original Persona 5. A Y runs an airsoft shop, so he sells like combat knives and stuff. What's with all the whips he sells?
役に立ってみせるから
Is there,
Don't
is there
worry
another
about it.
business in the back?
待ちくたびれちゃったいい感じのコーディネート
It's just like that one Simpsons episode with the. Who was it? The Wigman? Was it
Yeah, it's
Wigman?
always
Was the
remind-
snake? Yeah, getting like caught up in like
Yeah,
the.
where the Pulp Fiction parody. He
Yeah.
has always reminded me of that guy, actually.
いいじゃんいい
he's always reminded me of Herman. That is not a weapon Anne gets in actual Persona 5. That is a new whip.
華麗なムチさばき
It's nice to see that her spinal problems persist.
Yeah.
力になるまさに
Who has worse posture, Anne or Chie?
So far, like
Oh, wow.
none of these characters that I've looked at use guns.
試してみ
It's all to be kinds of whip and or ball.
I mean, Wonder shot Joker in the head in the intro, so
In the
I
intro.
gotta assume.
Okay, she's
この武器に変える
sword,
興
sword,
味深い
axe.
オファーだな
I imagine there's gonna be at least one or two crossovers in terms of category, considering how many characters there are.
お兄様になら安心
I mean, it seems like so far they all have a unique kind of weapon just for them.
自分に合った武器を使いたいね
Although I could see his rapier maybe having some crossover.
何を持っても俺は
So far, also all the ones we've seen, they've seen like
I don't necessarily mean
name
that
only.
they might share the weapons, like you can give them to either. I just mean like
Oh, that's mean
might end up
looking.
with like two guys.
That thing would suck to
Oh
get stabbed
my-
with.
That's the shit that you get in Modern Warfare 3 2020. What the hell?
Yeah.
Makarov used that, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, no, I imagine it's gonna be like, oh, there'll be two guys with axes. They are different axes though, so you have to buy them separately.
あなたが選んだ思いはただ一つ試してみるいい感じのやっぱデコデでしょ
I do like that hers is just a phone.
Yeah. I mean, if we're counting the base P5 cast as well, I'm already seeing crossover with the new characters and the old character weapons. Like Sumire and Katone have very similar weapons.
見ておこ
どうしようかな。
ういい気分だ
どうしよう。
やってやろうじゃねえか
Katana and Katana. Nice.
Arm steals, oh no. Just like Arkham Origins. Better not use this for a prank. You should be grateful.
Phoenix Dagger, contract rates.
I do wonder what the origin point of this game was, development-wise, because that very first trailer had no Persona branding. Like, I wonder if this game did start as a knockoff, but then when it disappeared for 3 years, they'd gotten the rights or something during the years when it came out about it.
I wouldn't be shocked. It would be kind of like that Blaze Blue roguelike that came out recently.
Yeah, because it was just the Phantom X. It looked suspiciously similar. No Atlas logos or anything.
No, it was actually a Phantom
Whoever the
Pain spin-off,
developer is.
obviously. Clearly.
Oh, that'd be so cool if the man who sold the world showed up. And then he just mumbles to himself because he's Keith the need more soldiers mumble. Yeah, see, Ryuji's got an axe right there. So. Is the lighting so realistic in this scene? Yeah, Ryuji.
Oh.
I thought that was Sho from P4 Ultimax for a second.
Oh, hopefully not. I could quite happily go without seeing Sho ever again. Yeah.
I've gotten into arguments with people over Sho. I constantly say he's cringe. I don't want to see him again. They're like, no, he's so complicated.
I mean, I've never seen anyone who defends Shin. It's usually the disagreement is just more just like, oh no, Ultimax like completely replaces Arena in every way, and it's like, well, it doesn't replace the story. And I am that person who played Persona 4 Arena.
It
for the
literally
story,
follows
so.
on from Arena. They reference Arena's story mode.
Yeah, it's a sequel, and it's a worse sequel.
People say that about Persona stuff all the time, like, oh, Strikers decanonizes Royal because they don't mention the events of Royal, and it's like, no, they were just in development at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, people pulled that with Arena back in the day. People said, Arena shows that Golden isn't canon because Marie doesn't show up.
Yeah,
And then
I mean,
Ultimax came
it'll
out and
never be
Marie
worse
shows
than
up.
fucking Star Wars fans arguing about what is and isn't recanonized anymore.
It's just stupid because it's like a character didn't show up, they're dead, they don't exist.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they just didn't show up because the games were in development at the same time. And they're always proven wrong. Because Marie shows up in Ultimax almost instantly.
Yeah.
That Royal isn't canon, Sumire showed up in Tactica.
Yeah. People are just like, I think, a little bit too concerned with the canon, like, as a concept anyway, nowadays.
They don't even contradict each other, it's just, oh, the character wasn't mentioned and isn't on screen. Like, I haven't mentioned my friend Tom in a while, is he not canon anymore?
No,
Is Tom not
obviously.
Canon? We decanonized him, you have replaced Tom.
You see, if it was Star Wars, it would be someone that looks like him and has his name, but otherwise acts entirely differently.
Yeah, he hates Destiny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tom Hawk guy.
He plays The
Give him
Division
his
and
new
Saints
axe.
Row instead of Destiny and GTA.
Based. Does he even scale with HP? Oh, he does. I never noticed that. He's an
Smash It,
HP
reference to
scaling damage.
Yunjin Lee's perk. Dead by Daylight.
Yes. Yeah, not quite, but
互いに情報を持ち寄って目的をなすか、組織的な動きになってきたじゃないか。
組織ってなんか硬いよルフェル。
もう、そうか。
I guess he is supposed to be talking all the time, and it's not translating very well.
yeah.
怪盗団か。悪くない。
なんならさ、団長じゃなくてリーダー決めようよ。君でいいよね。
Well, yeah, that was a hell of a
私
debate.
も異論はない。リーダーはメンバーの管理も担うのだろう。わしはわし自身に専念したい。
Okay.
ってことで、 改めてよろしくね、リーダー。抱負とかある？
It sure is convenient now that you have something to say other than the player variable name when talking to me.
熱いね。
この怪盗団ならわしの目的も
I'm sure we'll find out about what your goal is in a long time, many chapters from now.
わかった。じゃあ一旦ここで解散だね。さっきもらった武器に説明書がついてたから。異世界に行くときは連絡してね。すぐに合流するから。それじゃあ。
さてリーダー、お前はもうお前だけのお前ではない。
That's right, you're eating for two now.
お前の選択で時にわしや元派の命運が左右されるというこれまで以上に正しく魅力的なお前が求められるということだ。では怪盗団の発起人としてわしがお前を少しだけ手引きしてやろう。まず最初にお前
Okay, wait.
自信はあるか？
I need to screenshot that one. Yeah.
I might make that my banner. Just have that text as my banner.
Where's this one around? Like, thanks to my parents, yes, I'm a huge Nepo baby.
そうだな。お前なかなか恵まれた住まいで生活している。
My parents that I killed for their house and inheritance.
I mean, that's just a game theory.
資金力増強のためアルバイトを提案する。
The owl really just told me to get a job.
わしに考えがある。万が一の時はわしが
Why don't you get a job?
この近くのコンビニでアルバイトのスタッフを募集していたのを見かけたことがある。まずはコンビニへ行くといい。
Unlocked city life. So I wonder how they're gonna time limit these without the calendar system. Is it gonna be like... Oh, it's gonna be using like the energy system, surely. Long shop. Reps.
いらっしゃいませ。
That's like a vending machine or something. Oh no. Ah. Oh, here's the real gacha.
Oh yeah, for real men, not this fake phone game shit.
I actually went to one of these in Brighton and it was like, I just looked at the prices and the screens and was like, actually this is like even worse than playing phone gacha. And there's no pity on my Attack on Titan capsule machine either.
You know what real gacha is? Those Lego blind bags that had a random minifigure in them.
Yeah. I've not even checked what these are actually for, but I'm just blowing all my money on it anyway. I've got 28,000 yen, whatever.
Promise is a promise, I changed my banner to that.
Yeah.
I also want to give a shout out to the Call of Duty Discord server for having that COD tag, because as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's the
Yeah.
funniest thing to pick. Why did they not have that panda from P5?
Maybe it's because I'm not looking at the right machine. Or do we like cars?
Why does he think he's Two-Face?
試しにやってみてはどうだ？
Let me see if I can find a picture of it on my phone real quick actually. Ah, yeah, here it is. Let me
Oh,
just
no.
shoot this on Discord. Oh. It's sending slowly, but
Angie sighted. Oh my god.
yeah.
Hell yeah. My eyes locked in on them.
Not the protein. I do
Is
like
that one of
how
the
it
brutes from
specifically
Batman
like
Arkham
depressed
Origins?
Aaron as well with the bags under his eyes.
This is a very specific genre gacha I've been seeing lately. These little figurines, the characters sleeping.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a lot of Persona ones recently.
Oh, I can't actually go inside the Big Bang Burger.
Yes, get fatter, get fatter.
Okay, I can't go to the theatre yet. Oh, just gifts for just spamming at social links. Okay.
いらっしゃいませ。
I might like this. Based.
Oh, it just straight up tells you who would like the present.
Yeah. Where do I see my action points?
No, not my AP. How am I supposed to use VATS now? Wait, your last name is Shibuya? Nepotism much?
Service Maven, did you just say?
The fact this takes an action point is really funny to me because, like, the idea of wasting, like, what little free time you have to work a fake job is really funny.
I mean, at least it's not Shenmue, where that's actually ends up being most of the game.
Yeah, no, I just like the idea of, like, someone needs to grind for money in this game and they use up all their action points for the day working at fake 7-Eleven. They don't even play the game.
Well, fortunately, the story's got nothing to do with action points, so it seems like you can just do that pretty much infinitely.
That was not funny.
Until you hit like a like boss wall where the enemy's too high level. Tell me how to spend my money, Owl.
Go and spend it on V-Bucks.
お前は学生でもあるしな。二重生活を送る上でもファミレスで勉強する人間も多いようだ。ちょうど懐も暖かいし、この近くにファミレスがある。そこで勉強してみると。
Okay, to the diner. See, now this is where you got to pick the shithole cafe that's like almost going out of business, but then you start to like it and then they close down a couple months in.
I could never study at a cafe. I could never study in general.
Yeah. That used to be me at this Italian cafe I quite liked, but then hey, because it was so quiet, it was because there was no business. So they ended up just going away after a couple months.
まだ夜まで時間がありそうだな。いい機会だ。ここからの行動はお前に任せる。今後何かと選択を委ねられる。
This isn't Persona. You do one thing and then you your day in.
思うがままに行動するがいい。もちろん何もせずに帰宅するのもお前の。
Yeah, if you're a fucking loser. I suppose in this game you actually probably would just go home more often, now that you're not like FOMOing out about running up to the end of the calendar.
I'm going to bed, says Wonder.
And then he just does, and then he has a good sleep schedule.
Let's go eat crepes. Was that Anne? Is Anne in the crowd?
Oh. No. No, actually no, like, what was I gonna level up?
Anne looks so out of place. Your little
She sure
group.
does. It's also weird that she's like not wearing the mask in this, and then is when you go into the screen.
Are the other ones doing that?
I don't think so. But yeah, I suppose this is the point where I've gotten out of the tutorial and now I'm actually like free to do dailies and grind stages and material palaces and stuff. So like the game is like now the real game actually. So it seems like this is your actual out of tutorial land point. And so that's not too bad. That was like what, 6 hours? Maybe 7.
Still faster than P4.
Yeah.
普通の中で食いなさい。ガチだかんね。ペルソナ。生死を分かてペルソナデュオ。受けてみろ。甘く見ないで。ペルソナ。大技決めちゃう。くらいだよ。アルビルダファイト。
I should have normal sped that one, but...
準備が整いました。コンディションは整えておこれ得意かも。試してみる。任せて。オッケー。これとか良くない？ニューパワーゲット。これとか良くない？オッケー。任せて。役に立ってみせるから。
Okay, no, she is masterless in the main screen and then master in the zoom screen.
Yeah, I thought so.
準備ならできて、道具選びも大切。お互いベスト。注目されると、そろそろ私の出番。オッケー。君と一緒に強くなりたい。役に立ってみせるから。オッケー。ウォーム。センスいけてる？どんどん上げてこう。支援なら任せてちょ。番切りして番号交換しない？私の出番。センスいけ。
次は試してみよう。状態は
Oh, I can level up my main persona. As protagonist personas go, this is not my favorite, but it's not terrible either.
I think it's straight up the weakest, but yeah.
状態は
Let's head on home. Yeah, when am I gonna get to some of those cursed pictures I've seen of LeBlanc? Oh. Oh, your parents actually contacting you in a Persona game? That's crazy.
Oh damn! Wow. What the hell?
Hmm. ではわしもくつろがせてもらおうか。潜入道具を作るなら前のように手引きしてやろう。
Yeah, just leave owl shit all over the house for my parents to come back to.
Okay, let's try some cooking. I like the implication of the fact that we haven't been cooking being that he just hasn't eaten for like a week.
Right insert.
This is more animation than I was expecting for this already.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh,
Reuse
hi,
Striker's
Delilah.
UI right here.
I can see the chat. I was just a little bit distracted by it. I'm getting a little locked into the game right now. Oh, okay. There's a melon. I was gonna say, why do I need a cabbage to make melon tea? But spice, as it means, sugar. For 20 battles, that's actually quite a long-lasting buff. That actually makes it worth using food buffs.
Yeah.
And plants will just let me generate ingredients. Okay. Let's plant jasmine.
I'm not gonna lie, Beneath the Mask is making me really sleepy.
It does have that effect. And it's getting pretty late.
Not helped
so...
with the fact that I use it for that. It's literally in my sleep playlist. So I've kind of got a Pavlovian response.
Okay, so it looks like I've got 4 slots to begin with. P-Metals. That's a bad name for them.
Eve Sten's in this. I was not expecting that.
May affect. Okay. So, no.
Shame, I really like the Thieves' Den in Royal.
Looks like I've done all of the dailies for today. It's not a Supreme hoodie, but I'll take it.
Honestly, I probably will head to bed because.
Yeah, this looks like it's probably going to be a good spot to stop anyway. So I'll just finish up this cutscene and then I'll probably stop. Okay. So, like I said, now I've got side quests and I can pick what to do with my daily activities, so...
Yep.
Well, so far this is like shaping up to be like a decently, like, surprisingly fully fledged Persona game, which is nice. Although, I'm still waiting to see if the story actually goes anywhere particularly interesting once we get past Subway Slammer Man.
Yeah.
P5, I think, definitely had a bit of the issue where they did blow their load and having like the most interesting villain first.
Yeah.
And then immediately following him with probably the weakest one as the number 2.
Madarame was funny because the whole time I was like, yeah, he's kind of an asshole, but it's kind of a step down there. He just randomly goes, oh, by the way, I let you die, Yusuke.
Yeah. No, that one was some real fucking Cruella type shit. Just reveal that he had his mum killed by Dalmatians pushing off a cliff. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop playing there for today.
Yep.
But I've got Arn and a whole bunch of weapons and the gun systems and all the level up stuff unlocked now, so I don't think I'm gonna try that hard to get Joker, just because he's already aesthetically very similar to Wonder, and I'm not that into Joker. When they eventually bring over the P3 collab, I'll definitely go for Makoto, but...
Oh yeah. I would roll for Joker if he had his punishment cop outfit from dancing.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
the event schedule.
Yep. I'm gonna get going then.
Yeah, have a good night.
This is likewise. God, where's the button? There it is.
Plants, cooking, awards. And it looks like I can stack any 4-star into any 4-star. That's not bad. Okay, he's not level 20, so he can't upgrade.
Okay,
20% HR, basically. Raw attack buff.
Okay. これ得意かも。任せて。
32% is okay.
まさに終走列実。
Okay, I will not enhance it, but I will not ascend it. But
敵も目を思いは
we'll go to the first cap, and then hopefully replace this with a 4-star later.
正しい選択です。お互いベストを尽くしましょう。あなたが選んでくれるの？
This is a 4-star, so
力が流れ込んでくる。不思議な気持ち。切れ味が良くなったわね。あなたが選んでお互いベストを尽くしましょう。
行けってことだ。どんな武器でも使いこなしてやるよ。邪魔なもん切り刻むのはどんな武器？今？おう。
悪くない考え。こいつを甘く見ると痛い目に遭うぞ。この輝き。こいつを甘く見ると
いいじゃ
痛い目
ないか。
に遭うぞ。
いい道具あります？
自分に合った武器を使いたいね。ありがとう。よく手に馴染むね。武器を変えてみますか？自分に
いい道具あります？
興味深いと
この武器に勝
あなたが選んだ思いは試してみる？いい感じのコーディネート番切りして番号やっぱねこれとかよくない？これ得意かも。これ役に立ってみせるから。
Store log recipes, personas, weapons. Okay, filters.
試してみよう。いい武器だ。
鬼に鉄棒じゃなくて金棒です。早く試してみたいです。すごいのが欲しいな。
That's cute, like a magical little pickaxe.
どうだどうだ
But yeah, Jackal has its, well, Joker has his special short blades. I don't like that they don't have anything to indicate that this is a scroll wheel. It's bad UI there.
我が輩らしいのを頼むぜ。準備は念入りにな。
準備しとかねえとな。武器選びってワクワクすんよな。
いい感じのコーディネート。よろしく。
So 22% gun chance, 11% attack,
いい感じのコーディネート。よろしく。
12% attack, an extra 23 on bunnies. That's a pretty clear power gap.
こいつを甘く見ると痛い目に遭うぞ。
これ得意かも。 試してみる？これ得意かも。 かっこいい武器だね。 かっこいい武器だね。うまく使ってみせるよ。うまく使ってみせるよ。やっぱデコデンでしょ。
Oh, there's 40 phones.
番切りして番号交換しない？やっぱデコデンでしょ。
But that's fun. Okay, don't like that.
番切りして番号交換しない？
That sounds like the best one.
番切りして番号交換しない？
Okay, so anything that's not the pink phone would be the best for him.
思いはただ一つ。正義です。まさに終相烈日。思いはただ一つ。正義です。
Okay, I'm going to call it here. But I'm liking it so far, and I'll definitely make the rounds and maybe do a couple grind stages, see if I can get some weapons up before next time.